Okay. Yes, I think that the primary reason for parents and professionals to understand more about play is that play is the primary occupation of children. It's an important lifelong occupation, and it's a way that play is something that the player does only because they want to, not for any other real reason. And it brings people great joy, and it brings many other benefits. But the problem with play is that people often feel that it's not important. They often feel they disregard the benefits and think that play is something that you only do when you've gotten all your other work done. And so that means children and adults often are not allowed to play, or there's no time for them to play. And that's particularly true for children with disability who, for them, everything takes such a long time to do, and there's never any time left over for play, even though it's something that would give them a lot of benefit.
Well, let's see. First, I love neuroscience, and so it's important to me to understand our occupations based on a neuroscience foundation. I think it gives us a deep way to think about what functions of the brain support play and playfulness, and a way to target our play interventions to support engagement in this really, really important occupation.
Play is something that you do simply because you want to do it, and not for any particular gain.
The book originally was an outgrowth of Dr. Jean Ayres' book, Sensory Integration and Learning Disorders, and she had decided she did not want to write a second edition. So she gave permission to Dr. Ann Fisher and Dr. Elizabeth Murray, who goes by Boo Murray, to write the second edition, which they did. When it came time for the third, it's the first edition of Sensory Integration, Theory and Practice. When it came time for the second edition, Dr. Anita Bundy led that. And I think our motivation, so Anita started it, she brought Boo in and also invited me to be a part of that. And for me, the motivation was that the sensory integration literature spans multiple professional domains, and it's a lot for a therapist to read. And in addition to knowing these multiple domains, they had to have the core knowledge that Dr. Ayres gave us in terms of the theory and practice of sensory integration. So pulling that together in one place provided clinicians with a source to go to ask questions. When we get to the most recent edition, it was driven by the same, for me, the same underlying motivation, but there had been such an explosion of research between the second and third editions that we knew we needed to expand that. So we expanded the research, we revised the treatment, we waited way too long. So we actually had to do major revisions to all of the chapters. We also brought on 2 associate editors who will then move it forward from here. Anita and I are not going to write the 4th edition.
I think we send our greetings to Okupari and are grateful for the opportunity to come to Colombia and to teach therapists from all over South America in this time.
Coming to Columbia is one of my favorite places to come and teach, and it's a real joy to be able to reconnect with such wonderful people like Margarita and Marcela.